Welcome back to MeriSwede. This is episode number 2. Today we will talk about Fika. You may ask, what is Fika? Well, to me, Fika is drinking tea or coffee with a dessert or desserts, and everyone in Sweden loves Fika, and I love it too. Andreas, what is Fika to you?
Well, in Sweden you have a lot of fika places, we call it, which would be like a coffee shop, but it's more in depth than it is here in the United States. I would say you have a lot more different stuff to eat, desserts, and they're better too, better made. And then you usually, everybody in Sweden drink coffee, so everybody has coffee usually, but you can have tea and you can have basically whatever you want. So, yeah, what would you say? You can have it at home too. You don't need necessarily, need to go to a coffee place.
Anyone can enjoy Fika,
Yeah.
right?
Well, when you have friends over, you usually, offer fika basically. So if you have made homemade cinnamon rolls, you serve them some homemade cinnamon rolls and coffee, and then you have fika together.
So let's talk about the different types of Fika that you can have. So our first one that's pretty popular is
Cinnamon rolls, I would
which is
say.
called in Swedish.
Kanelbullar, which is you have like what we call pearl sugar on it instead of frosting. I don't understand why you put frosting on them.
It's a big
Usually
difference.
the dough is better too. The ones you can buy here in the store is not really good, I think, compares. So what we put on them over there is pearl sugar, which is tiny pieces of sugar.
But it's bigger than our granulated sugar here in the US.
Yeah, it's about a couple of millimeters, whatever that is in inches, you can figure out. So then we also have different types of cookies. There's some cookies we put basically raspberry jam on top of them, and we call them hallongrottor, like a raspberry cave, if you translate it straight off the bat.
Are they kind of similar to the ones that you could find at IKEA?
Yeah, well, no, not really. They're different. You're
Mm.
talking about the ballerina ones,
Mm.
but no, they're different. They're a
They're a
bit
little bit
more.
harder.
Well, they're not harder. They're more crumbly. They crumble up, I would say. And then we also have what we call chokladbollar, which is how should I explain it? It's basically what um, the coffee shops, the bakers,
If they don't sell all the bread.
yeah, if they don't sell all the bread or other stuff that's soon about expire, this is like a byproduct, or instead of throwing stuff away, you make a chokladboll. Same with the dammsugare, we call it.
Mm.
Dammsugare is kind of the same thing. It's covered with marzipan, and the ends are dipped in chocolate, and inside I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a some kind of paste made out of old cookies and other stuff. It might not sound good, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And literally, it's translated into vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, we call it basically vacuum cleaner. That's dammsugare. I guess the official name is punschrulle.
But they're really good.
Yep.
And even though they're made from things that nobody wanted, um, they're really, really good. Then we have marzariner, which is an almond tart with icing on top, and those are like in a round,
Oval,
circular,
oval
oval
shape.
shaped tin,
Yeah, oval shaped tin.
and those are really good. If you like almond paste or almonds in general, you'll definitely like it.
It's more doughy than pasty though.
Yeah,
Not dough. I don't know how to explain it
but
either.
it's got that flavor.
Yeah, it's
It's really
almond.
good.
Then there's kladdkaka. It's pretty simple to make. Anyone can make kladdkaka. It's like a sticky chocolate cake, gooey, kind of like a brownie, but not really like a brownie.
It's like a Swedish brownie.
But you can, yeah. Some of them make when they're made really gooey, they're really good, and usually you serve it with some powdered sugar on top and eat it with cream, whipped cream. And that's another talking about whipped cream. In Sweden, you can't buy Cool Whip or whatever. You actually buy cream and whisk it up yourself.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that you could do that before I met Andreas. It's
How simple it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that you could do that yourself. Like, it's
It's
funny because my grandma always bought whipped cream in a what's it like in a container?
yeah,
A
Cool Whip.
yeah, Cool Whip. It's frozen, isn't it? Anyway,
No, you can buy it. You're the American here, so you should know.
well, anyway, you can buy it at the store, and I didn't realize until I met Andreas that you can make your own at home, which is far better and
When
no
I,
sugar.
when I first came here and got served that Cool Whip, I couldn't believe in my eyes that you could buy Cool Whip, you know, whipped cream
Yeah.
in the store.
So we were equally surprised at that in
Well,
different ways.
you were. I don't think your mom was, because she was there too, and she knew that you could whip, obviously, because she's older than you.
Yeah. Well, my eyes are open now on that. Our next one is,
Semla.
and want to explain that one?
Well, it's the same kind of dough as cinnamon rolls, but instead of making a cinnamon rolls, you just make it a round bun. Cut the top off, and then you make an almond paste. You put the almond paste into the middle. Put whipped cream. Then you use the top and put it on top of the whipped cream, and then powdered sugar on top of that. And then you have a semla, which you usually eat in February or early March, what we call the Fat Tuesday. And it's a tradition to eat it at the
Yeah.
beginning of the year.
It's like you kind of have to get it once a year
Yeah,
if you're a Swede.
yeah. You once a year you always eat it.
And there's another way you can eat it. Want to explain that without
Well, the
hot milk?
traditional way to eat it is you put it in warm milk in a bowl.
Yeah. And you said you like to do that, and your dad too.
No, just my dad
Just your dad.
actually.
Another one is lussekate. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a Christmas thing.
And it's made with saffron.
Yeah,
It's a saffron bun.
yeah, basic kind of the same thing again. They're kind of like cinnamon roll dough, but you put saffron in it,
It's kind of an S shape too, right?
and then you S shape it and put raisin in
Yeah.
both ends.
So 2 raisins, S shape.
Yeah.
And eat that during Christmas time.
Yep. Then there's all kinds of different small cookies. We call one thing sju sorters kakor, so 7 different cookies, and it's something you should Google. Is 7 different cookies, the Swedish one. Simple cookies, but they're good. They're basically hard cookies.
I actually don't think I've tried them before, so next time we go to Sweden, I'll definitely have to try them. And our next one that we're going to talk about is
Vaniljbullar. So that's basically a donut. Like it doesn't have the hole in the middle, but it's basically the same thing as a donut. But then
it's like
it's a
filled.
bun with filled with custard.
It's really good.
Yeah. And then there's rulltårta, which is a roll cake. I guess it's not very unique to Sweden, but they're good.
And
Yeah.
one of the most popular ones is Princess Torta.
Yeah, that has cake, 3 layers of cake, marzipan on top of it, then cream. It has also what we call queen jam, drottningsylt,
It's really good.
and there again custard.
It's very good. This one, definitely try. Um,
Yeah,
very good.
and then you have chokladbiskvier. I don't know really how to describe that one. It's like a almond based base on it, like a little chewy base of almond, and then there's a chocolate mousse, chocolate mousse that is then covered with hard chocolate, like a shell. It's good. I like chokladbiskvier.
And Fika shops don't only sell Fika, they also sell like open faced sandwiches and homemade bread, right?
Yeah, and some other simpler food, but that's not really fika per se. But
But they still sell it.
yeah,
So if you're at a
I
Fika
guess you
shop,
can say it's fika, but no, fika's usually means dessert stuff.
so what do you think your most favorite Fika would be? Or favorites?
It's hard to say. I mean, we haven't even covered. We only covered the top of it
Right.
now,
There's a
but
lot of them.
Princess Torta is probably top there, and the Dammsuga, of course. But then maybe we need to put the cinnamon rolls, so maybe number one,
Yeah.
maybe.
And my father-in-law actually taught me how to make them, so now we can make them at home. And we recently made semla too, which turned out really good. My mother-in-law helped us give us some tips on how to make that,
Yeah.
and we made chokladbulle too. But you can make fika yourself too. Just Google it, and there's lots of recipes out there.
Yep.
So if you want to try fika, go ahead and try it. And if you can't find any in your area, just go ahead and make it.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's all for today. Thanks for listening to us talk about fika.
All right, everybody, have a good day.
Hey, doll.
Hey, don't.